It didn't work. Welcome back to Surviving in Alabama, guys. Today, I got to fix a problem. If you remember a few videos back, you see my chicken coop right here, right there? And I put these wheels, castered wheels on there. They had the bar on them. Well, I put them on there because I had already had them. I got them for free a long time ago, and I just held on to them. And I thought, I was like, well, it's gonna work. But it turns out it just didn't work. The wheels were too small to roll over this hard or this rough terrain ground. If it was on concrete, hey, it would work fine. But it just doesn't roll good, and the pin is really heavy for them, and the way I had them configured. So I just had to punt. Sometimes you just got to punt and just move on and fix it. So I was doing my best. I did use it for several weeks, totally free. I don't have a thing invested in it until now. Well, let me show you what I bought. Hey, if you're not subscribed here, hit that subscribe button. Doing all kinds of redneckedness around here. Like, share, and subscribe. So I went over to Harbor Freight and I bought these pneumatic tires right here. And I've got these big lag screws. So that is going to be the axle. Got 4 tires for it. And it's just going to work better. Now, I totally could have put some skids under it and just pushed it along the ground. And I've done chicken tractors like that before with skids, and they work just fine. But I really, really wanted it to roll. And I don't know if y'all have any experience pushing stuff on the ground with skids. You know, you got to put some effort into it. However, if it's configured correctly, or better, if it's configured to where it will roll without a whole lot of resistance, well, that's the way to go for me. Maybe not you, but for me, that's really what I need. All right, so I'm gonna get busy on this build, and then I'm gonna take y'all along through the process, and then I'll show you at the end how easy it's gonna roll. Now you can see I've got this, I got the tractor here, and I got it picked up, so I don't have to bend over much. That's the plan. So I'm gonna do one side at a time. I'm gonna put this side on, and then I'm gonna go over here and lift this side up, and I'll put that side on. So I've got to figure about where I need to put the wheels. So I've got to make sure I get the right ground clearance. So it's gonna have to look something like that. I need to come back up off this. It's gonna look something like right here. But if I have too much ground clearance, then the chicks are gonna like be able to get out underneath, and they'll be able to go up under, or predators can go up under. So I definitely don't want that. So I'm gonna do some measuring right here, and then I'll come back to you. Speaking of predators, I did catch a raccoon today. Well, actually, it was last night, and I found him in the trap this morning. But I've had good luck trapping around here. I did not get him on the first try, but I got him on the second try. And he did get a couple of my chicks maybe a week ago. And I put those traps out. Didn't catch something on the first time. I did get a picture of something, which I thought it was a possum. But a real fuzzy picture. And it was like at a distance. And I was like, man, it could be a coon. It could be a possum. I'm pretty sure it was the coon now, because I actually caught him. And it was a boar male coon. And so, and he did go to the train station. Normally, I take him over to the cemetery, let him out. But this is the second time he's been after my chicks, and he had to go to the train station. Okay, so let's get back to it. Oh, I will insert that picture. I'll show you the coon right here, and then we'll get back on it. What I ended up doing was from here to here is exactly 1 foot, and I had to get enough to bite on, so I couldn't come all the way to the top, so I had to come down a little bit, and I'm still gonna have some room So when it goes like that, it's going to be enough to roll. Hopefully not enough to drag. So I think this is going to work. So let's put it together. So let's see. I have to put this side to the inside. So if I did this, see right here, it'd be scrubbing. So I can't do that. So it's got to go like this. And I did get a washer for it. So it's going to look like this. It's going to be washer, and a bolt, and then another washer. And then hopefully this is going to screw in without too much trouble. I tried not to make the hole too big. I wanted to have it just, see, it'll turn. I can turn it now. There we go. Let's back off a little bit. Look at that. I think that'll do. Okay, so I got this. There you go. I got this tire on there. All right, I'm gonna move over to the other side, and it probably go a little faster now that I've got one on. Let's get the other three. Thought I was gonna need this cheater pipe, but I don't. A little bit more. There we go. 2 down, 2 to go. So that's what it looks like there on that side. All right, so I got 2 more to go. I gotta take these wheels off, and I will put 2 tires on this end, and I will come back to you. Got all 4 tires on. Let's turn you around. As you can see, I like to sit down when I'm working sometimes. I don't like to bend over doing stuff, so I just kind of work around it. All right, got all 4 tires. It kind of looks like a chuck wagon now, doesn't it? I think somebody commented when I built this thing to call it the Chick Wagon, which was a good enough name for me. And now that it's got these looking tires on it, it definitely looks like a chick wagon. Well, I'm going to set it down and let's see how well it rolls. All right, look at that. Okay. Now let's critique how far off the ground it actually is. Now, once I put it on uneven ground, it'll probably be a little better than it is on this road. But it actually may be too far off the ground for these little chicks. So I may have to improvise a little bit more to make sure that nothing can get up in there and reach under there and grab them, and they can't get out and under. As you can see, this road has got a dip in it, and you can definitely see that that's way too big of a gap right there. But on the sides, it's not as terrible. But looking at it right there in the dip of the road, it's too much. So what I might do is see if I can figure out what I can put in here to prevent something from reaching up. Back to you. So I have parts and pieces left over from all kinds of projects. I hardly throw anything away ever. I mean, it's got to be really bad for me to throw it away. Although from time to time I'll get a wild hair and just kind of clean up a little bit. My shop is not terrible, but it sure could use another good cleaning. But I found this in the rafters. If you can look up, you can see stuff. See parts and pieces I keep up there. This right here is some channel for vinyl siding. So it's this wide. So I think that if I just cut a few pieces and put down around the bottom, then this is real flexible. It hits uneven terrain, it will give. And I think it'll probably roll just fine. So I'm gonna cut on this, and then I'm gonna go in there and mount it around the bottom, and then I'll come back to you. And this should actually finish this project, and I can unredneck my redneck chick wagon. Okay, there we go, all the way around, and I think it's going to give enough flexibility that even if it's going up over humps and stuff, that's vinyl right there, and it's going to give. So it shouldn't hinder it from actually rolling. At least that's what I think anyway. You can see all the way around, it's a lot closer to the ground than it was, but see, just like that. I think it's going to work. Well, let's just try to roll it again. I think that's going to work. Thanks for coming along, fixing my redneckiness. Is that a word? I don't know. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. I'll see y'all next time. And it's kind of hot today. God bless.